many blues. Let's go. Long ago, the powerful landlord had been part of a big navy blue family, but he didn't agree with all the navy blue rules, so he broke away and started his own color, sky blue. Ever since that break, the landlord and his sky blue followers did not trust the navy blues. They saw them as too loyal to the old ways. In a grand old house, there were exactly 13 rooms, each one a small world of its own. Even though the landlord didn't build this particular house, nor did he ever live in it, it was a really long way away where the landlord lived, the landlord demanded special payments from the house. So, the sky blue rooms were forced to collect money from all the residents, even those who loved different shades of blue, and send the money to the landlord to support his grand palace and his officials. To live in any of the rooms in this house, you had to stand before others and declare your profession of faith for the color blue. One newcomer stood nervously and says, "I do believe in blue, the great color that lights up the world and guides all things. I love blue with all my heart, and I promise to live as a loyal sky blue member in this room." Only then was he welcomed to be a full member. Most rooms loved bright sky blue because it was the landlord's favorite color. They painted their walls sky blue, they wore sky blue clothing, they collected sky blue ribbons, and if you loved sky blue, life was good. You could vote, you could own the best furniture, you could walk freely, you could have the best jobs. But some people in the blue house loved navy blue. They were allowed to live there, but they were never really considered real house members in this blue house. They weren't real blues. In many rooms, they could not vote, they couldn't hold the best jobs, and sometimes their children were taken away from them and raised like a proper sky blue by other sky blues. The sky blues said that navy blue was not to be fully trusted. They had remembered that the landlord had left a big navy blue family before starting his sky blue. One day, the landlord decided that the 13 rooms were thinking too much for themselves. So he sent soldiers wearing bright red coats to kick down the doors and demand even more payments and force everyone to obey his sky blue rules. The sky blues and navy blues just wanted to be left alone, but the landlord wanted them to know they will never be left alone and they will always pay him. The sky blues and the navy blues looked at each other and they made a decision. They would fight against the landlord and his soldiers. Together, shoulder to shoulder they stood, bright blue coats besides deep navy coats. They pushed the red coats out of the house. They had won their freedom. Yet, when the victory parties ended, life in the house went mostly back to the old ways. Sky blues still held all the privileges, and it seemed unfair that the navy blues could fully fight for the house, but in many rooms they still couldn't fully belong. Until one day, a sky blue man in the largest room in the big blue house stood up in the central hall and said, "That's enough! The civil rights of none shall be abridged on account of the shade of blue that they love, nor shall any single color be established as the official color of the whole house." So the people in the 13 rooms gathered and wrote a new rule for the whole house. Everyone shall be free to love sky blue, navy blue, or any shade of blue their conscience tells them is right. No one shall lose their civil rights because of the shade they love. And to make sure that there will never again be an established landlord over this house, we will declare that there is no official color forced upon the entire house. From that day forward, the house was still full of blue, but it was a freer blue. All the citizens of the house loved blue in one shade or another. The truth was, the house wanted everyone to love sky blue, but they made a limited exception for navy blue. Different shades in the same color, not oranges, not greens, not yellows, just blue. And because they had learned the hard way, there would never be another landlord over the whole house again.